And we're back. You're watching Sports Federation TV, and we're joined now for one of the athletes from Western Province Athletics. And Roscoe Engel is one of the fastest guys in town. Welcome, Roscoe.
Thank you so much.
How did you get involved in the sport of athletics, or in athletics specifically?
Well, athletics, at the time, I was in a different sporting code. I was playing soccer, but I wasn't at a good school, and we were doing the school inter-schools and so forth. And I got recruited to Mulnet. But what exactly I told the school coach was, if I could beat all the athletes, would she be interested in giving a bursary? And that was my shot into the sport.
Wow, taking the bull by the horns, eh?
Yes, you do have to. There's no mercy.
Yeah, lovely, lovely, lovely. So, there's so many different aspects of sports and codes in athletics itself. What made you specialize in sprinting?
Well, to start with, there was the talent. The aspect of talent does count in the beginning. And then I guess I just love being fast and being faster than everyone else. You learn to, it grows on you very fast. It's
competitive much?
Yeah, you have to be competitive, and whatever you do, whatever I do, I think I do everything competitive. Just the other day, I raced up the lift with my fiance, and she was in the other lift, and we tried to see who could get to the top first.
I hope you let her win if you knew it was good for you.
Oh, the lift won. Her lift won.
Her lift won, okay. Which club do you belong to at a local level?
I belong to Tygerberg Athletics Club, situated in Parow.
Parow, Tygerberg Athletics. Has it been your home club for a while?
Yes, it has. I changed once in the course of studies to UWC, but eventually returned to Parow Athletics Club. I like the people there, the vibe's good, and the management was very good. Okay.
So with athletics, there's also that social component and that camaraderie between the athletes or the club members, hey?
Yes, we try and have social events happening so we can get to know each other. But a lot of the time, my club is very dominant, I'd say, and we travel together, so we get to know each other, and we're always interacting and so forth. And we're still competitive, although in different events. We'll take a console with and play games against each other and so forth.
Yeah, I mean, it's always lovely to watch, especially with the road running events, the teams and how they support each other and keep each other going in a group, especially like teams from Mitchell's Plain and Tygerberg and those kind of areas. It's lovely to watch and feel that energy.
Yes, because it's such an individual event, we tend to, I won't say split, but we each have our own bit of support. But when the team comes together, it's amazing. We all scream for each other. We all help each other. While the one's racing, we'll go buy food for the next one for when it's finished. But we do rely on each other a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's an individual event that you do. We need that support structure all the time between friends, family, management. And without that, I think we'd struggle for motivation.
I think one of the greatest joys about winning or excelling in a sport is the fact that you make your peers proud and you make your family and your friends proud. That's one of the greatest joys. Hey.
Yeah, especially when you've traveled and you come home and you've achieved something and you come through the doors at the airport. It's quite a good feeling, and everybody wants to speak about it. And sometimes there's a camera, and then you feel really good.
Yeah, and you've probably had a lot of those moments in your life. What has been some of the highlights in your career?
The World Challenge, well, let's start at the beginning. In 2008 at the World Junior Champs, I came home with a bronze medal. And it was a big deal for me, because the year before, I took a big leap in telling the newspaper that the next year I'm going to the World Champs, and eventually in 2008 I did, and I was super happy, came home with a bronze medal. And from there it just skyrocketed, and my next big individual race was the World Challenge in Dakar, Senegal, where I came second, because it's a very big event and the stadium's full and you can crack under pressure and you're running against big names. And when I came second, I was super proud of myself, and coming home from there was big as well. And then after that, it was the African Champs where I came home with a gold medal, which was super for me as well.
So it's been this steady improvement for you over time. Hey, that's so fulfilling.
Yeah, you do get your ups and downs. It's part of the game. Like just recently we had our national championships and I have a calf strain. I had it at the competition and it was unfortunate. I tried to still compete, but you can only be so competitive with 1.5 legs. But when it goes up, it really goes up. You just have to train hard and be confident all the time. You cannot show your opponents any weakness.
So with the injury, I mean, with the intensive training and also the expectations at an actual event, the risk for injury, is it pretty big with athletics and sprinting?
It's always very high. You're always pushing your body beyond what you thought it could do last time, and you always want a faster time or better distance or a higher height. So you're always pushing that little bit more, and that little bit more does strain the body. But in training, you do try and execute everything perfectly and eliminate anything that could hinder your chances. But there's no predicting or anything like that. It just happens. You can't control it. So you can just try and prevent it as best you can.
Would sprinting be classified then as a high performance sport?
It definitely is. You could train 6 months, no competition, just off season, lifting weights, pushing beyond. And when you get to competition, you don't really even think. Your body just, the muscle memory kicks in. When the gun goes, bang, you come out the blocks, accelerate as hard as you can. It's really high performance.
Yeah.
Very, very, I would say.
So in terms of sprinting specifically then, as a high performance sport, when would be the prime period then in a competitor's life?
Well, you'll see different patterns, especially recently. You'd see that in the past, sprinters started peaking in their high 20s into their 30s, even into mid 30s. And then there's even one recent athlete called Kim Collins, one of my guys I look up to. He's turned 40 last year and he still went under 10 seconds, which is amazing. But in your more recent years, you'd see athletes in their early 20s already starting to hit peak and then into their late 20s. So I think it's more or less how you look after your body, if you preserve it well, and then you can handle it yourself, which section of your career. My personal years that I want to do, my personal age, I would say from 25 on to about 35, that period which I'm aiming for. I want to last very long in the sport.
Lovely. What has been your personal best? I know you've got one, you're competing in the 100 meters, 200 meters and relay.
Yes, that's correct.
What's been your personal best?
A few years ago in the Dakar World Challenge that we spoke about, I did 10.12 there. This season I've done 10.25. The 200 meters I did 2 years ago up at Potchefstroom, 20.51. And in the relay, it was 38.7. It's the third fastest time to date. It was the the World Championships in Daegu in 2011. And then before that, the World Junior Championships where we ran the national record, 39.59, which still stands today. Yeah, so those are basically the personal bests and the records that I'm involved with.
And I suppose your goals would be to improve on those personal bests specifically, hey?
Yes, every single day you think about it, you always you're calculating how you're going to do that slight bit better, thinking how you're going to keep injury free and just always run a personal best every time. It's what you strive for.
Roscoe, how can people follow you on social media, keep abreast with what's going on in your life?
I have an Instagram account, Roscoe Engel. Also on Facebook, I have a fan page. And I always just keep contact with everyone. I never ignore a single message. I always just reply. I just think it's nice to open up to people and you can actually learn from others. Sometimes they just give a simple idea, and it's something that you didn't even think of.
Okay, excellent. And thank you for joining us and sharing your story with us. We wish you all the best, and may you smash all your personal best records and even some of the world records too in your future.
Thank you so much. I need all the luck.
No, you didn't need luck. You've got the luck already. So,
Thank you.
well, that's it for today, folks. Thank you for watching Sports Federation TV. Remember, to win your case of assorted Bashoes drinks, you can you can text Bashoes to 33090. That's Bashoes to 33090. Sports Federation TV is on Fridays at 9 p.m. and repeated Saturdays at 8 a.m. And if you want to know everything about sport, this is the show to watch. You'll be inspired to either get involved as an administrator or an athlete, or even a spectator. And whoever you are, there's a sport out there that's just perfect for you. I'm Lenyukta Chetty, and from me and the team at Sport Federation TV, have a wonderful weekend and lekker speel.